We are in the final stretch, my friends. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, you're missing a big chunk of this. This is part 4 of a series regarding Clarins products. 54 products I used over the course of 3 months. And I am tired, but I have opinions and I want to share those opinions with you and hopefully guide you or make you turn your head away to products that are not good or that are fantastic. But I am not the end all be all in this category, absolutely not. And with respect to this brand, so if you have very strong opinions, I love strong opinions, please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Maybe you have a different skin type. If you're curious about mine, I did an intro in my first video regarding this, so I will link those down below to make it easy for you to follow along. And yeah, without further ado, let's talk about masks, eye stuff, freaking body care, all that jazz. Okay, let's talk about masks. In this category, I tried 4 products, and I'm also throwing in a lip product here too. It's a bit of a treatment, so 5 in total. I was really pleasantly surprised overall with the quality of masks. I would like to try others. Their price point like significantly varies depending on the mask, so that's a little bit of my hesitation. But definitely, if I were to order from Clarins again, I would try some of their other masks as well, because I've been overall pretty impressed with what I tried. Let's start with the least impressive product, and that is the Recharge relaxing sleep mask. Again, this is part of that cutesy line by them, that younger line. This is like a $20 product, or is it $20? Actually $28. This one, there wasn't anything terrible about this. I'm thinking maybe for somebody with combo oily skin or oily skin, it might be a product that they really like, but for me, it just didn't do much. Let's see, according to my notes, I found that it had a very heavy floral scent, but like a brighter floral scent. I use this both as a short-term mask and an overnight mask because it actually calls itself a sleep mask. So I wanted to try it both as a 25-30 minute mask as well as an overnight mask. In both cases, it just didn't feel like it did anything. It's kind of a gel formula. And when I woke up in the morning after wearing it all night, it just felt like I had nothing on my skin. My skin felt dry. It didn't feel like it felt like almost like I had washed my face and forgotten to put any product on it. So that is certainly not what I want from a hydrating, sleep mask formula. So this one is not for me, but I do think this might just simply be because of a skin type issue. I think this might be for others with a different skin type. So I will just say that. My first of my favorites is the SOS Hydra Mask, Refreshing Hydration Mask with Leaf of Life Extract. This one here. I really, really like this. This one is $35 if you were to purchase the full size of it. This one has what I mentioned previously. This is one of those products that has the clean marine kind of scent to it. It wasn't irritating. It was hydrating, but it wasn't too greasy. I actually left it on all night long. I don't know that it says to do that, but I did it because I don't know. I was trying it all sorts of different ways, but when I did that, my skin woke up like velvet. Like just the texture was soft, hydrated, but it felt just like velvet, not greasy at all or anything. It felt like it did transform something on my skin. So I really, really enjoy this. I would absolutely purchase the full size of this and have it as part of my routine. The next one is also part of that SOS line. So I'm kind of like real curious to try the other ones, but this one is the SOS Comfort line, Comfort Mask. This is the Nourishing Balm Mask with Wild Mango Butter. This is for dry skin. and I love it. I actually didn't use it as an overnight. It feels a little too heavy for overnight use. I used it as a day mask, and it literally goes on. You do like a thin layer, and it eventually becomes like butter. Like really, like you took butter on your skin, which I know will probably sound gross to some people, but it felt very thick and luxurious, even though you did a thin layer. And then the directions say to remove with a toner, which I did, and it left my skin. My skin was so soft and so ready for makeup application, and it was just, I mean, I feel like my skin just looks so, so nice today, and this is such a huge reason. I loved this. I used this after cleansing my skin like 3 times. I used the oil cleanser, followed by the milky cleanser, followed by a scrub, and then I used this. I kind of gave myself like a real treatment today because I knew I was going to do this video, and I just really, really like this. And yes, $35 for the big size of it. I would totally invest in that. The lip product that I will mention is the Moisture Replenishing Lip Balm with Blue Lotus Wax. And I had a mini of this, which actually the mini went very, very far. For the full size of this, it's $25, which sounds a lot for a lip balm. But I would say if you like the Laneige lip sleep mask, but you don't like the scents. So I actually am not of the camp of people who like the scents of the Laneige lip sleep masks, which I know like are so popular. Although I haven't tried the vanilla. I feel like maybe the vanilla would be okay, but I don't like the original berry or like anything too fruity. So I just felt like this had very, very similar texture to that, but with no real discernible scent. It has a really nice applicator too. I could tell on the full size version of it. So I don't know, if you're looking for something that's sort of like unscented and feels like it's doing a good job hydrating, this is a good one. I also like the one by First Aid Beauty, but that one has a little bit of a minty kind of thing to it. This one just doesn't have that, and I feel like there is a market definitely for folks. And I sort of saved the best for last. This one is weird. I don't even know why I got this, and I left it like to not use for a while because I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I just know I'm not gonna like it. This is the Extra Firming Mask. It soothes stress lines, firms, and revives radiance. This one here. This is sort of a mini. I would encourage you to get your hands on the mini or trial size of it. The full size of this is $77. That is a lot of money, especially that the others were like $35. Look, I'm going to read to you my notes on it. It is fragranced, but it has a softer scent than most of the other products, like a kind of like a fruit floral scent it has. I'm surprised at how much I like this. My skin feels noticeably firm in the AM. So I actually wore this all night long, which honestly weirded me out because I didn't think I was ever in the market for that. My skin felt velvety and smooth, suede-like. So very similar to the SOS Hydra in like how my skin felt in terms of like the texture, but this one felt like it did tighten my skin. My skin, I felt like I just felt much more taut and sort of like pulled in all the right places. I didn't think I was yet in the market for this, but I think I might be actually. I could see why people go crazy for this. It is actually quite nice. I could see people wearing this every night. Truthfully, it was really, really nice. And I would absolutely purchase this again and kind of give it a trial run for like my every night moisturizer to see like, does it have like a longer term kind of effects in like how your skin looks, and like does it look all taut and pulled and stuff. So anyway, Really, really lovely product. Definitely on the more expensive side, but I think it's special. I think it's special. But then again, I've never sought out firming masks. So maybe there is something out there, and definitely if you know any, drop it down in the comments below because I know people would be very happy to hear about alternatives. Yeah, so that's it for masks. Think pretty successful category. Definitely whet my appetite to try other things. And so I will be doing that. All right, next up, we are in the final stretch of this. My goodness, I feel like my vocal cords are like seizing, but I wanted this to be thorough. I've been preparing for a long time. I hope you guys appreciate this. So the last group is sort of like a mishmash, and actually I just want to start with one that I missed in my previous grouping, which is regarding serums. I did get a chance to try the Bright Plus. This is an advanced brightening dark spot targeted serum by Clarins. So this is another one that I can't really speak to right now. This is $80, I think, for the smaller size and $106 for the larger size. I actually just purchased this for my sister based on just the really positive reviews online, and I liked the sound of a lot of the ingredients. I felt like it could very well be effective, and she was looking for something to help her with some melasma and also some like leftover scarring from blemishes and whatnot. And so I will turn to her eventually and ask her, how's it going? She's pretty good about her skincare and she'll be able to tell. So with this sample, I just couldn't really tell, and I use other items, but I hear very good things about it. So we shall see about that. I will say I didn't have any kind of negative reaction to the small amount that I got to use. Let's quickly do some body care. I had really only 3 products in their body care line, all of which I liked. The first was the hand cream. It's the hand and nail treatment cream. This one here, I've used more than half of it. Now I will be using all of it, absolutely. I really like it. It sinks into the skin really, really nicely. It's $30 for a full size, which is larger than this one. And yeah, I feel like it did a good job hydrating my hands. It has a nice, refreshing, kind of marine-like scent to it, like the Hydra Essential items. I feel like this is very comparable to that kind of scent. So I did like it. It's refreshing and feels nice on the hands and non-greasy, and that's really all I want out of a hand cream. Is it worth the $30 for it? No, I think you can find really great hand cream elsewhere and nail cream. I really love the Dionysus brand, their goat milk hand cream products. I really, really like them. They sink into my skin really nicely, and they have lots of different scents, and I find them not to be very heavy or offensive. The other product that I tried, which surprisingly I really, really liked, was the exfoliating body scrub for smooth skin. I had a 1 ounce size. A full size of this is $40, and it's I think like 6 times the size or 7 times the size. This was really, really good. It didn't have, again, it has kind of a refreshing marine sort of cologne-y scent to it, but I loved the beads in it. I felt like the beads did a really good job. It was really fine, but they did a good job just really smoothing out the skin and leaving it really clean. It's not the type of scrub that leaves a kind of film on the skin, which some people like because it kind of cuts down on the having to moisturize. I know Caudalie has a beautiful scrub that does that kind of leaves a little bit of an oil film to the skin, and it makes your skin glow, and it's really beautiful. But I also know that some people just don't like that kind of layer that's left behind product. So this will not leave, it will leave your skin squeaky clean. So it's definitely up there for me in like the scrubs. But again, I found some other scrubs that kind of do the same thing and are a bit more affordable, like the Dove Dove exfoliating scrub I really, really like. And so I wouldn't necessarily purchase this because it's a little expensive for what it is, what I would use it for. Now, something I would purchase, even though it's expensive, is the tonic treatment oil. This is a body oil. I've been trying to not use a lot of it. So I've been using it. You need it like the tiniest amount, and it has a very, again, like the other oils in the brand's arsenal, it has this beautiful herby kind of scent to it, very spa-like, very luxurious. I love how my legs look when I put this on. It just, my skin drinks it up and it just leaves a beautiful sheen, but it's not greasy. I really, really like it. I didn't think I would like oil as much on my skin. I thought it would like break out or something, but that hasn't happened, and I love it. And I will purchase the full size of it. But I recently got the Oribe body oil in my Beautylish lucky bag, so I'm gonna try that one first, which also has a very green herby scent. So as soon as I'm done with that one, I will purchase this one. And this one is $67 for the full size, which is pricey for what it is, but I really, really do like it, and it does feel very spa-like. Now for eye creams, I will just caveat and say I haven't yet found an eye cream I really love, period. Like anywhere on the planet. I have sensitive skin, so sometimes, and sensitive eyes, and sometimes, or a lot of times, the ingredients in eye cream, just by the nature of how I sleep and what happens at night with my oily eyelids and pores, it'll make it into my eyes. It'll give me kind of blurry vision in the morning. This happens to me with a lot of products. A lot of products make my eyes water, make my eyes itch, even if I kind of keep it not that close to my actual eyes. So I just haven't really found a fantastic eye cream yet. For me, if I use something too heavy, I develop milia on my eyes, which is quite painful to extract. So yeah, so I wasn't very hopeful leading into this, and so I just want to say that on the onset, because I know that others, you know, don't have as much problems when it comes to eye creams, and so I want to have full disclosure. So I did try 5 eye creams of theirs, and let me start with the ones I absolutely did not like. The Enhancing Eye Lift Serum is $66 usually. I had it, this one here. Let's see what I said about it. Yes, so I had an immediate burning reaction to this. It was too fragranced. It has a nice cooling, watery feel like serum, but again, I can't tell about like the efficacy of it because of that reaction that I had. I can tell you it absorbs into the skin, but it also leaves like a little bit of a tacky film. It almost feels like a 2-step process. Like one would put this first as a serum, and then you will put a cream over it. But again, as a serum, it just had something in it that for me wasn't great for my skin. So I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. But again, I put the caveat that it's also about your chemistry, your body, your, you know, what you do. The next one that I didn't really care for too much was the Eye Contour Gel. This is supposed to be for puffiness and dark circles. This, according to my notes, I am sorry, this is actually $43. This, according to my notes, had a nice watery gel texture, cooling, slightly too cooling. So it had that kind of pepperminty feeling, like it lingered for a long, long time. It absorbed into my skin, but it left my skin very dry. So my skin just like drank it up, and then it almost had like a talc-like feel, like a powdery feel to it. It wasn't that fragrance, and you know, it is made for puffiness and dark circles, and those are just not my areas of concern. Do I think it might actually work for that? maybe because of that cooling feeling, maybe it's effective. I don't know, but I don't ever have like really puffy eyes. My problem is more a sunken kind of eye look, and the darkness, I don't really have a lot of darkness. For me, it's always texture around my under eye, or like that sunken kind of dehydrated sunken look. So maybe for someone with that kind of concern, this would be a good product for you, but just for me, it wasn't my jam. It wasn't my cup of tea. Next up is the multi-active cream. This was okay. This actually, I didn't have a strong opinion on it. It was a cream. I only had like this kind of sample, but this lasted like 3 times. I wanted it to work out because I love the full size of it because it has that cooling kind of metallic applicator, and I like that kind of stuff. I think it just makes the experience of putting something on nicer. But unfortunately, it didn't do anything. Really, it was not irritating, but it wasn't like super hydrating. It just was sort of blah. And for that reason, it's not something I would try again. The last two are definitely the best performing. The first is the Hydra Essential Moisturizing Reviving Eye Mask. This one here. I use this quite a few times, both as a short-term 10-minute mask, as it recommends, or an overnight mask, as it also recommends. It had a nice cooling, but not too cooling, gel-like texture, and it felt like it did plump and hydrate. So I did like it. I didn't find it to be particularly effective as a short-term mask, but as an overnight mask, I did feel like it did a good job. My under eyes looked pretty healthy, the next day. Again, it's not like something I would say is the best of the best, but again, don't listen to me because I apparently haven't even found the best of the best. So there's that problem. The last one is one that I think is actually going to be discontinued by the line because it's not on the Clarins site anymore, and it's one of those that's still on like Macy's and other store sites. So you might still find it. This is the Super Restorative Total Eye Concentrate. Now this one I actually liked. Go figure. This one is $85 for the large size, but I think the large size has quite a lot of product. I'm debating even getting it because I'm worried that it's gonna disappear, and at least if I found a cream short term, I don't know. Should I really fall in love with something that is gonna be discontinued? I'm not sure. I know that they recently released a new eye cream that looks like it might be the replacement to this one, so maybe I will pick up a sample of that one. I'm not sure. But this one was nice. It's not too heavy. It wasn't too fragranced. I think I still have a little bit in this container. It has like a nice creamy consistency. It does what I like, which is part of it absorbs and then another part of it just stays on the skin. I actually really like when an eye cream has a little bit that just stays on the skin and kind of creates that luminous effect. I like that. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be greasy though, because that's where my milia comes in. So I found that it didn't do that, which is why I'm sort of like intrigued by it. But that is essentially it. So I will jump back on with some final thoughts. So that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this series. This was so much fun for me, even though my pocketbook is still suffering from my orders. It was just something I wanted to do for myself, and then I wanted to share the experience with you. And so I hope it was helpful. Again, like I've mentioned so many times in intros and outros, please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on some products. What are some tried and true products? I also know that Clarins reformulates a lot of products, and I think that there's always like I notice, at least when it comes to the reviews of the products online, there's always like a bit of a backlash. And so I want to hear about people who are real Clarins diehard fans and have seen a product go away or one get reformulated in actually a better way. and like what I should put on my wish list. I'm still wanting to explore this, and maybe down the road I will update with new products that make it into my universe. As of right now, though, I'm a little bit on a hiatus with my low buy for the rest of the year. Though if I'm really, really, really motivated by something, I will absolutely purchase it. And I know that Clarins right now is having their friends and family sale. I hope it's still going on by the time I post this. But anywho, it's a great time to pick something up, but I feel like periodically they have sales like that, so it's totally worthwhile. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you learned something. And like I said, comment down below. We love to hear other voices here. So take care and stay tuned for new content. I try to put a video up either 1, 2 times, 3 times a week, unless I'm doing a kind of challenge, which would be an everyday post for 30 days, which, spoiler alert, I'm doing blushes soon, which would be 30 days of blushes. So if that interests you, subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.